Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Doak. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
They'll ride the hot hand. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to throw, it's Demania. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Noles will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Wow, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here, and the all-time great Virginia Tech running back Kevin Jones came up to the booth, and he got into a vertical leap contest with Pollack. It was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong and he's fast, and I think he can also out-jump there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
3rd down play from the gun. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. Offense getting set for 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Demania. He'll try to do it himself. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Get it out on the screen. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Hokies will call on their punt team. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Demania. Looking deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Noles. Field shrinks. Tight end throws. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to pass. It's Demania. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and puts...
He's off to the races. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Hokies decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Johnson. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They wanted to set the tone. Strike going over the top. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, look out. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Coming after it. And down he goes back at the 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Hokies will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Makes the catch at the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit... You see on this drive, it just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He's got his man. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Demania. Fires left. And they're not on the same page there. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. A strike downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been scoring.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck from the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. On the return, it's Montgomery. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2 ready.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after that completion.
3:25.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And we're about to get another look at this hooky offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
Then try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
2nd and short now after that completion. Now the play fake. Gets open down the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient. Most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Dumps it off in the flats. Turns it on in midfield. Afterburner's coming. Obliterates him, still on the move. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Demania. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical.
And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the big fella. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
First down here for the offense. Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hokies want to move quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Soto. Tackled immediately after the catch. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The Hokies are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the Hokies have taken it inside the 20. Trying play action. Got it behind the line. It's Soto. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Seminoles. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Hawaii. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Hokies moving quickly to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They're trying to get to him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Line getting set on second down. They're going to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun.
All kinds of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. That last big play, one that can really jump-start a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.